Welcome to the third video in the training series dealing with sealing record sets using the AES Board Rule option for sealing cover pages. This particular video covers reviewing plans in ProjectWise Share. That's the first thing that needs to be done before you even think about routing cover pages for sealing by professional engineers. First, you need confirmation, or they do, that the pages they need to seal for and the scope limitation they're required to put next to their seal has the page numbers associated with it. So let's get started. I'll show you how to open up Project Share and we'll go from there. There's two ways to open up a Project Share site. Actually, there's three. It all starts with the connection client down here, which is this little tiny icon, which is the same as this one, except this one is in the system tray. If you don't see yours here, you can click on this tiny little arrow in the system tray to bring it up and hit customize, which is just above it. And the third one down, you'll see is pretty small, but it's the Bentley connection client here. And over on the right, you can pick, in this case, show icon and notifications. That means show it in the system tray down there. So if you click that and set it that way, it will appear here. So you can go to the Project Share site for your project, and every new project has one of these. It's the same as the number for the ProjectWise sub-account or work area in ProjectWise Explorer. In this case, we're going to be using a sample project which is already closed, which is project number 21751. So if I want to go to the share site for that one, I have to go to my portal, which is where the projects I've been invited to or that I'm the PM for exist. And you get there from one of the ways is to click on the connection client, right click here, and then you can click on Connection Center, or you can click Open the Connection Client. And when the Connection Client comes open, you can click on Connect Center, same thing. The reason I brought this up was to show you the particular version that I have is what we call 19.31. The last four digits need to be at least 18.25. If you don't have that, just go to your local OIT organization, whatever it is, and ask them to upgrade your connection client. That's what this is, to the latest version of the connection client. But again, it must be at least version 18.25. What the connection client does is it connects you to things. It's actually a licensing piece of software that allows you, by logging in here, to connect to any Bentley application. That's ProjectWise Explorer, MicroStation, Inroads, Project Share, Deliverables Management, whatever it is. This is your key point where it keeps all of your login information. When you first open this up, you don't see this because you haven't logged in. Once you log in, this is what you see. A third way you can get to the connection share site, which the connection client takes you to, is to go right to your email here, where all your tabs are, select a new tab by clicking on plus, and then in the URL or address bar, type in connect, C-O-N-N-E-C-T, .bentley.com. And if you've already logged in, when I press enter, it's going to take me immediately there. So that's the third way. I like doing it that way because it's fast and it remembers that URL, connect.bentley.com. I just start typing it and hit enter, and the share site comes up as a tab right here. This is your portal. This is where all your projects are. Here's the project sample we're going to use. The last 5 projects are remembered that you've been to or you've been invited to. So if you click this button, you'll see them in order, right? But the one we're going to work with is this first one. And this whole area here, this is our portal. The project is here. This is a list of projects here that you've been invited to. But this is your home tab. It always looks like this. So if you want to go into the project, and that's what we do because we want to put a set of plans in there, we click on it, and we'll go into the connected project itself. They all look the same. Here's the title of it, 21751, State Highway 145, mile point 79.5 to 80.5, which is the installation of a box culvert to mitigate debris flow issues. That's what this project is. If I went into ProjectWise Explorer, I would see the same number. And this project share site is accessible without the VPN. This is on my personal computer that doesn't even have ProjectWise. I can get to the same place from within CDOT's network, but I don't need to. I would rather not use the VPN, so this is going straight to the cloud. All you need is an internet signal, and you can type in connect.bentley.com in any URL, whether it's Chrome or you name the whatever browser you like, and it will take you to the same place right here. All right, so let's find out, where do we put the plans? Well, the plans go in this place called shared files. Shared files are files that are not in ProjectWise. They are local to this shared space. ProjectWise, if I wanted to connect to it, I would connect to it here, but there would have to be at least one instead of 0 for one connection. And if that connection were here and I clicked on it, it would take me to ProjectWise Explorer for that number. But for the purposes of this exercise training, all we want to do is show you how to get files in here, a record set of plans, create a folder, and invite people to come look at it. If you're project engineers that need to seal documents. So we click on Shared Files. And if there were no files or folders here, it would say no files or folders. To save us time, I went ahead and created a folder and put plans in it. How did I do that? Well, it's very simple. I want a folder and there were none here, it was just all white. I'd click New, I'd say Create Folder, put the name in here, hit Create, and it instantly would create this folder or whatever one I named. I can open the file or folder by clicking on it, and there is the set of record sets. Well, it's a record set that needs to be sealed. It's got the cover page on it. I've already loaded it. How did I get it here? Well, the easiest way to do it is to go into ProjectWise, where your project is, where your record set is, and right-click on the file and select Export. You'll have two options, a managed export or one that is not. You want an unmanaged export so that ProjectWise doesn't try to keep its hands on that file. You just want a copy of it. So you say Export, Unmanaged, browse to a location on your computer, and download the file. That's exactly what I did. I'm going to show you how to get this file here quickly by drag and drop. One quick way is to do a split screen. Just click anywhere in here where the mouse is just to get the focus onto this screen. Then hold down your Windows arrow key. Your Windows key is in the lower left of your keyboard if you've got a Windows keyboard. It's got a picture of a Windows on it, or a window, the Windows icon. Hold that down, hit your right arrow key, and it'll take the project share site and put it in half your screen. Then on the other half, we want to put, well, where is the file on the computer? So if I click that and I'm in the right place, there we go. So the file that is here, this video number 3, this is the project record set. That happens to be this one right here, about 22 megs. That's on my hard disk at that place. That's where I downloaded it in ProjectWise. All I do to get it in Project Share is to grab it, hold down my left mouse key, drag it over here, and drop it. That's all you do. And then you wait for it to load. So now we've got the file in the Project Share site within the folder we created. The next thing we want to do is to invite people to the Project Share site. You don't want to invite them first, because if you do, and you get busy and you don't get this file here, they're going to come to the share site and not see anything because you didn't load the file. So I recommend load the file first in its entirety. It doesn't matter if it's a gigabyte or how big it is, because Project Share doesn't have a limitation when it comes to a file size. And you don't have to break this file up like you did originally with the first video training series before the board rules were changed. This is fine just like it is, because all the professional engineers are going to do is come here after you invite them, review the plans, determine for their specialty which pages they're responsible for, and they're going to use that information in the scope limitation text box next to their seal when the automated workflow for the cover pages comes around to them to seal. So now we've got the file in there. How do we add people? Well, you click on the project again to take you back to the central part of the project where the options are. And in the center, you'll see a word here that says manage. And you see edit projects over here. Only PMs see that. Project managers have the ability to add people, delete people, manage roles, change, edit the project details, all that. So if I hit manage here, I want to manage users. That includes adding users, deleting users, you name it. So there's already 4 users. That's the ones I'm going to add, right? So they're already added, but I'm going to delete them just to show you how to do it. So to delete someone, if you need to, I can highlight all of them like that. I can highlight one, it really doesn't matter. If I want to see the roles determine what privileges they have. So let me delete these and we'll go through that one at a time. Just highlight them all, say remove. They no longer have access. That's just confirmation that they're gone. Okay, so this is where you would be. You might already have some users, but let's just pretend that these project engineers that, professional engineers that need to seal are not added yet. You add them this way. You hit add user. I don't use the name field because name, if you leave this on name rather than selecting email here, this is for internal users, and you can start typing a CDOT internal user's name, like my name or your name, and it will start to search the CDOT Active Directory for that user's name, first and last name. And if it finds it, it'll pop the email in there, which is what you want. But unfortunately, you have to know how the name was entered that is associated with the email. In my case, people call me Tom, but my email is entered as Thomas. So if I type Tom in here and ask it to find all the names, well, it doesn't find any emails associated with Tom. That's me, because that's Adams, Dwensky, and Tadalewski. So that's not me. And I could put Tommy in there. That wouldn't work either. That's why I don't use this. You almost have to know that my first name is entered in the Active Directory as Thomas. If I put that in, okay, I show up here as number 2. That to me is a pain. I don't like doing that because I don't know how everyone enters their first name. The way to do it is to click next to name and the caret and select email. Why? Because emails are unique. If it's an internal email, it'll find it. If it's an external email, it's not going to find it in Active Directory, but that's the only way you can add an external to CDOT professional engineer or consultant. So if I start typing my name in here, it's searching. Look at all that. And the minute I put dot and start typing the last part of my email, it will actually bring up my email, and I can add it that way. So, oops, it just did it. So I'm going to add those emails, those fake emails that are all external to CDOT. And the way I'm going to do that is use my Windows key, and I'm going to split screen it like that. And I cheated a little bit here, and I went ahead and loaded those into a Word document to save time. So this is the first external project engineer. I recommend you cut and paste emails, or copy and paste. Don't type them, because if you get one wrong, it'll send the email out, and they'll never get it. So just get in the habit of copying and pasting emails. Control-C will do that. Pop over here and put Control-V for paste. Boom, there's the first one. It says, hey, what is this? It says user not in organization. Click to invite user. That's what you have to do right here for an external person, because it can't find it in the CDOT directory. So you click yes. The default role is team member. We'll get into what that is in a minute after we add them. And there is actually text here, it just doesn't show. I'll show you what the invite is when we're done, what someone on the other end will see. As soon as I hit add users, an automated email goes out to this user. All right, now we know how to do that. Let's get the second user. Whoops. We'll say add user, email, pop the name in there. It says, hey, I don't see that person either. Yep, add them, click that. Default role team members fine. Excellent, add them. Okay, let's add the third person. That dinging you're hearing in the background is the automated emails arriving in my private email in Outlook. Copy again, add user, select email, paste the email in there with Control V. Says I can't find him. Yes, add that person. Add user. We've got one more to go, and then we got everybody added. That's all there is to adding them. Very simple. And you can actually you can add someone. You can copy and paste from an email you got from them, or from your contacts list if you send them emails. The point is you want to copy and paste. All right, so we'll copy that one, the last one. We'll say add the fourth user. We'll select email, Control V to paste it in there. Yeah, we didn't find him either. Yes, add him as a team member, add user. Okay, so we've got 4 emails entered. What do they see when they get that automated email? What they see is this. This is my Outlook personal email. This is one of my email aliases, which is why it came here. But this is what they'll see. Connection Center, an invitation from the PM, which in this case was me, who sent them the invitation to this project, right? And it says View Project. When they click on that, they'll have to log in and or establish credentials. That's the last invitation I just sent. And they'll be on the share site. They'll be right where we were. They will end up right. Well, this is in the project. Yeah, this is where they'll end up, right here at their home portal. And they will see well, here's where they end up. Sorry, that's in the project. When they click it, this is what it will look like. They will see the portal. This project will be right here because it's the only one that they've had. They can also find it by clicking on projects and typing the number. So they'll be here. If you click on this, or if they do, this is what they see. And they go to shared files here. They'll see the directory with the files in it shortly. They'll click on it, and there it is. Now, if they've never used Share, and they might not know how to get to this point right here, because this could be 4 or 5 folders deep, right? It isn't, but it could be. So if you want to avoid having to train them at all, other than have them log in, what you can do is click on this, on the file itself, not the folder. You could, but right on the file. And then click this button here that says Get a Link. And see the green confirmation, link was copied to clipboard up here. You can send that link to them in an email, and it will bring them, when they log in, right here. Not even to their portal. They don't even have to open the project. It'll bring them right to this screen. This will already be check marked, and they can look at it. But before we show you how the 2 ways that they can view the files, that's the simplest way to get there. What you don't want to do is put the file in here first, which you're supposed to do, create the folder, and then send them a link with an email. If you do that first before you invite them and they're not a team member, the link won't work. They won't go anywhere. So you do need to do this part first, right? Then add your emails, the members, team members. And the third and last thing you want to do, which is a convenience to your customers, your external project engineers, is send them a link and email after you've invited them. And then they get the invitation to join, they click the link, bang, they're right here, don't have to know anything about Project Share. All right, so let's go back to the user list for a minute. We know how to add users, but how do you know what their role is? So you click on Manage again, so we get into this screen here. And we've been using this tab here, Add Users. But what do these roles mean? How do we know what rights we gave them? How do we know? I mean, I know that team member means they have read and write access, but not delete. How would you know that if you weren't used to using this? Well, you hit Manage Roles. That's where it is. Click on Manage Roles. And if you click on Team Member, which is the default role that's assigned when you add someone, notice under Project Activities, can't do anything. Under Administration, nothing. Under Project Work Rules Service, nothing. Under Project Share, which is the topic for today, if you open that up, they have read and write. There it is. That's the privileges that anyone has who is added to the group called team member. That's the basic default. You don't have to change it. when you invite someone, that's what they're going to get. If you wanted them to have only read only, you'd want to change the role when you invited them before you hit the add user, before you actually sent the email. You'd want to change it to guest read only. That's one of the options too when you add someone. So that's how you know what privileges they have. All right, let's go back to the project. We've invited the professional engineers. We've seen what the invitation looks like. We've created the folder that the file is supposed to be in. We put the file in there. So what are they going to see when they get to the share site? How do they take a look at this? What's the couple of ways they can do that? Okay, there's a couple of things they can do. Since we're not editing the file, it's whatever's the convenient way for them. One way is to click next to, let's get not to the folder, let's get to the file itself. All right, this is the PDF of the plan set. We can click this and they can select download, and it will download a copy of this to their machine, local machine, and it will open it with their copy of Adobe Acrobat, whatever they've got. Even Reader will open it. That's one way to do it. And it looks, let's say it looks just like that. So if I had selected a check mark next to it and selected the download symbol, this is Adobe Acrobat 11, not DC, but it opens it fine. It's 82 pages long. You can see that here. It's one of 82. This is what the one-page cover page looks like. There's the scope limitation, not the scope limitation, but there's the indication required by the board rules that the seals are on a cover page and not on individual pages. This is a dummy file, but this is always page 1 here. So if you use a one-page record set DGN seed file, cover page, it looks just like this. And this will accommodate up to 16 seals and 16 scopes of authority. So if you have a project that has less than 16 seals, you're going to use this very one page as a seed file. If you have somewhere between 16 and 32, you're going to use a 2-page. And if you have anywhere from 32 to 48, you're going to use a 3-page. So the second page, there it is. That's normally what would be what we call the title page. Since this is a dummy file, this says page 1 down here. This really would be page 2, right? Or if it were a 2-page file, cover page, your title page would be page 3. Or if it were a 3-page cover page, your title page would be page 4. And of course, there would be that note that I just showed you indicating that all the seals for this set are on the cover pages. But again, this is a dummy file. It was actually an award set that I used, and I put this record set up here, this watermark, but it looks the same. So these are all the pages, and they just can go back through them and look for them and pick whatever pages they need, and they're all set. What's another way they can do this? What if they don't have Adobe Acrobat or don't even have Adobe Reader? They've got nothing. Well, it's free, Reader's free, but if they don't have it, there's another way they can do it too, which works very well also. Instead of clicking and downloading the file here, just click on the file name itself. And if you click on the file name itself, it opens like this. And the difference is, this is Bentley's PDF markup tool. It looks a little different, obviously, than Adobe Acrobat, but it works great. There's different options that you can use. They don't need to. They're just reviewing, the document. Basically, they're going page by page. The only differences are there's page numbers are down here. Page 1 of 82 is at the bottom here, instead of being up about here in Adobe Acrobat. But it's got, orientation capabilities. It's got thumbnails, you can look at them kind of like an Adobe Sign or Adobe Acrobat on the left. You can actually hit outlines and for the project, and it shows you what each page is. You can go to the title sheet, standard plans, you can tell general notes. You click on these and it takes you to them just like that. So you can close that and go back to this, or you can actually navigate through it. So you don't need to do that. So that's the other way you can look at it, which requires nothing. You just click on the file, it opens in the cloud. Whether they download it or open it in the cloud, it's just about as fast, so it doesn't matter. There is one thing you might want to consider. You're not required, because we're not routing the plan set, we're using cover pages. So the issues of a big file that's maybe 500 megs having to be broken up into 10 or 15 pieces, those days are gone. But because you can end up with a really large file, I'm working with one now with the Colorado Attorney General's office there's a lien on it against the department. It's 1,745 pages and it's 1.1 gigabytes. If you had a file that big and you didn't know what type of software your PEs were going to view the file with, you probably would want to advise them to just click on the file name and let it load in the cloud like this instead of downloading it. Why? Because if you have a Adobe Acrobat 11, which is what I showed you before, and not Acrobat DC, DC stands for Document Cloud. If you've got an older version like this is Adobe Acrobat 11, this is what's known as a 32-bit application. And what that means is it can only address or handle or use 4 gigabytes of memory. You might have 32 on your machine, you might have 64, but it can't use it. So the larger the plan set is, the more likely it is, as they try to download a copy, that it will fail. Why? Because it runs out of memory. Not because you don't have enough on your machine, but the application can't handle enough. If they have Adobe Acrobat DC, Document Cloud version, that's a 64-bit program, meaning it can handle any amount of memory you've got on your machine. You got 128 megs and you need it, or gigabytes, it'll use it all. Adobe Acrobat DC will easily download and handle a 1 gigabyte file. Adobe Acrobat 11 will not. So if you don't know what they're using, you're not sure, just get all the way around it if it's a large file and do one of two things. Either break it into 2 pieces, as you were shown in the initial training videos of January 2020, or leave it the size it is and just instruct your users or your team members that need to seal to click on the file and it'll open here, because Bentley's PDF markup tool, which you're looking at, is a 64-bit application. So it'll open just fine. No problem. It might take a while, depends on your internet speed. You get a gigabyte file, that's going to take, even with a reasonable home network, it's going to take 20 minutes to load. If you were and it can take longer than that. If you don't have a pretty good home connection, I've seen it take an hour. On the CDOT network, it's probably going to take 5 minutes or maybe less.